What's up, y'all? It's DJ Envy, and we got a special Breakfast Club extra. Now, Charlamagne says he's heard Kanye's album, and it's not the same album you guys have heard. Angela Yee, well, she gets a little freaky with Iman Shumpert, and we go behind the scenes to see what our staff thinks of Trump's wall. But let's get started with Donnell Rawlings in these streets talking Jamie Foxx. Let's go.
Donnell Rawlings, 4th Minute Breakfast Club out on the street. Did you hear the news today? Jamie Foxx, they just tried to accuse Jamie Foxx. A young lady 15 years ago said Jamie Foxx, when she was at Jamie Foxx's crib, right? Jamie Foxx asked what that mouth do, and she said it don't do nothing, and she said Jamie Foxx slapped her with his joint. What's your thoughts?
Thoughts is, first of all, it's a lie, right? We all know Fox ain't like that. He's a cool brother.
He ain't like what?
He don't slap nobody in their mouth with his Johnson. Come on, who gonna do something like that?
I would. I'm just saying, you got people already on their knees. What happens when these women falsely accuse somebody of something and then comes out that the accusations were false? What do you think should happen to them women?
First of all, these women should go to jail. They should have the money that's on their access card cut. Section 8, gone. Everything that you love, gone, because you're lying. You're ruining a brother's life.
Not for nothing. Don't this look like he about to be accused of something? You look like you just waiting, son. You about to be accused, son. Me too, in the building right there, son. Jamie Foxx just was accused of slapping somebody with his member. How do you feel about that? And can a man actually slap somebody with their member?
Well, I've been the recipient of a slap.
What?
Back in the 90s.
When Me Too was legal, was it legal then?
It was so legal.
And what was your response to the slap?
I was like, Jamie Foxx must have a huge because she made it sound like it just came out of nowhere. Like she was nowhere near the and then all of a sudden she got slapped with it. So he must have a gigantic.
Alright, I think that's too much information. Someone tried to accuse Jamie Foxx of slapping him in the head with their penis. What are your thoughts on that? Can a man actually slap a woman in the head with a penis without already having a personal relationship with her?
Yes.
Have you done that before?
Yes.
So you just dismiss all the stereotypes about white guys?
I mean, honestly, yeah. I just try to swing it on everything, every piece of furniture, everything. It's territorial thing.
So do you have any words for Jamie Foxx or the person who accused him? What would you have to say?
Jamie Foxx is innocent.
That's what I'm saying. Jamie Foxx is going to be innocent because if you go to court, he's going to say, I'm Ray Charles.
I plead the fifth.
And he's going to play the blind.
Fifth.
He pleads the fifth. We love you, Jamie.
I honestly didn't know it was illegal to slap girls in the face with your penis, so I think a lot of people are going to have to lawyer up pretty soon.
I feel like this is a silly allegation. These allegations are kind of getting ridiculous, and I feel bad for the females that actually are having an issue.
Oh, for a man who definitely slapped plenty of women with my penis, I can't be mad at it. But I don't know if he held her down and just took her off the street and held her down, or was they having sex and it happened? They got to have some other type of context. We can't just go ahead and throw this man out. I'm sure he don't need to rape anybody. He could pay for I'm sure he got enough money to do that. I'm sure women definitely throw their stuff at him because he's a black, successful young man. So that one's going to be kind of hard, ladies.
So I'm kind of surprised that this is surfacing now. As a woman, I would hate to second guess all of the allegations that women are making, especially against black male celebrities. However, I don't know if this is true. I'm hoping it's not true because I really like Jamie Foxx, and I also feel bad for the women who have experienced things like this, and now they're kind of looking like the girl who cried wolf. But I personally don't think that Jamie would have done that in a disrespectful manner. They had to be in already a sexual situation for this to have happened, but I'm just hoping it's not true.
And I have a mother and a sister, and for someone to go and think that they could be lying if they were to come out with something like this would just it would hurt, because you shouldn't think someone's lying just because they're dealing with a celebrity that you're a big fan of. Anything can happen to anyone. So I'm not putting it past Jamie Foxx that it may or may not have happened, but you just got to take everyone's word for it. I just wouldn't put it past them.
Wyoming is beautiful.
Oh, dude, Montana, Wyoming, that whole... Where'd you fly in?
Flew into Jackson Hole.
You know who knew? The whites.
Listen, that is beautiful. Now, I know everybody.
We don't colonize other.
Listen, that's amazing, right?
You listened to the album?
Yeah, and it was interesting because the album that Kanye put out was not the album he let me hear a month or two ago. Whatever I was out there.
Whoa, what was
like
different?
Nothing. Like, I mean, 0 songs. Nothing he played for me 2 months ago was on this album. Not even the beat. And he was like, yeah, man, after the TMZ, I started from scratch. You know, and I was like, wow. So when I was there, you know, he was still mixing, he was still mastering, he was still adding lines to the album, you know, and he actually was going to have more than 7 songs, which I thought would have messed up the whole vibe of everybody having 7 songs. Plus, I didn't really like one of the records, and you know, I told him that, and he didn't put it on there. Maybe he'll put it out later, but he didn't put it on this project. I just don't know if it fit this project. But you know, I number one, I love Wyoming. All right. Number 2, I was very intrigued by the process of him just finishing up the album in that moment. And number 3, I saw everybody giving people flack for going out to Wyoming, right?
Right.
And I thought that was whack. And the reason I think it's whack is because of this. Regardless of what you know of what you think of his political beliefs, or even if he still has those beliefs anymore, I don't know, because I haven't heard him talk about it. He doesn't talk about it on the album. People got a job to do. So if you a music journalist, or you a radio personality, or you a DJ, and your job is to report on music, or you work for a magazine and the biggest rapper in the world is having a listening party and they're going to fly you out, you got to go do your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think April Ryan likes the Trump administration? Of course she doesn't. But when Sarah Huckabee Sanders has press conferences every week, she's there doing her job. Like, you don't like the president, but you gonna be at the State of the Union.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If the president has a press conference, even if you're a publication that don't like him, you have to be there. And guess what? He has to let you in. Like, there is freedom of press. Right. So you can't knock motherfuckers doing their goddamn job.
I think that the Trump wall is a very bad idea, simply because it's being negligent to the things that immigrants may be undergoing in their own country. While we're not responsible for everybody, the United States is definitely a powerhouse as far as other countries and continents are concerned. So if we completely disregard everything that they're going through, it would be disrespectful, in my opinion.
And this wall is less about border protection and more about the division of people. I feel as if the United States, we're not doing our job to unite people together, and we're just continuing, well, Donald Trump is continuing to perpetuate the idea that ultimately people of color or people that aren't white are ultimately bad people.
I am anti-Trump 100%, but the wall does make sense in my opinion. I think if it makes sense if it's done correctly though, because they were able to break El Chapo out of jail, maximum security, so a wall really wouldn't be that high of a standard for them. But if it's good surveillance, it's dug deep, it's high, it makes sense, because it's unfair that people are able to come in here and work for our hard-earned taxes and able to take advantage of our resources illegally. But I'm still anti-Trump.
I don't see nothing wrong with it. By the time you came through on that promises, hurry the are you waiting on? I need to pull up hard. They're going to come across a wall anyways. No way you stopping them.
So when you're building a wall, when there's a will, there's a way. If they want to get in this country, they're going to get in this country. There's other needs to be done in this country, you know, wall, you know.
The wall? I didn't even really start to build it. This is terrible. What do you need that? It's unnecessary. I hate Trump.
Who do you think is more jealous? Because obviously guys love Tiana, and just like women love you. Yeah. Who's more jealous? Like, who's...
Of what?
Like
the sex simplicity.
Like, have you ever been nervous that maybe like she's been around somebody and you're like, damn, I'm kind of like, what are you doing? Like extra calling and texting.
What do you mean?
Like, you know, she's not around and you know she's working, but you know there's a lot of dudes around. You get a little bit like insecure.
No, with the acting. I mean, the acting is a little weird. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna have to get, whether I like it or not, I gotta get ready, prepared for that. But it's like, besides that, good.
So sex scenes are okay?
it's just part of what she wanna. You know what I mean? Like, it's part of that shit.
Can you watch it?
Yeah, do you have to be there?
No, I ain't had to watch it yet. I don't know. Can I watch it?
You look uncomfortable right now.
Yeah, he's like,
Cause I keep it a bean. It ain't something I can't laugh about it because I'll later on be hype. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how I feel about it. So I just try to stay neutral and understand that she, you know, she trying to do her career. They get a window of time where they could do this. Let her rock out. Like,
do you, guys come to you for like relationship advice because they see you?
Yeah, but I be telling them like, I'm feeling half the time too. Half the time she mad at me too.
Okay, let's talk about that.
She be mad at me.
Because just recently you somehow ended up in the middle of this Drake.
They always do that
situation.
That's cool. I get clicks. That mean I'm a sex symbol.
But
That's what that mean. Like,
here's the thing: when this whole situation happened, did you give Tiana a heads up, like just so you know, before I met you?
No, that's what I'm saying. Before any of this, like I've been had to give Tiana this list, like.
the list.
You gave the list?
The list.
Yes.
Like, I had, like, come
because
on.
you can't have her walk in a room.
She can't feel
she
embarrassed
has to
ever.
know.
She
I have
can't
the
feel
same
embarrassed.
conversation.
She can't be
You need the
embarrassed.
list.
I ain't gonna have her be embarrassed.
Yeah. What's crazy though is that Kim,
you need the list.
In her
No,
book,
I
she
wouldn't
had to talk about certain people that she had been with, and you got with your
But that's what I'm saying. I
soon-to-be
don't be
ex-husband after that.
Yeah, well, he encouraged me to write about it, but he don't even have the list like that. It's people that he don't know about.
Shit.
Do you leave people out? So yes, you leave people out. Okay.
You absolutely leave people out, but no, not if you.
This is an issue, G.
No. I respect the list. I had this conversation recently with, and I haven't in this new relationship. I haven't. I'm like comfortable. I'm like, let me tell you what it is.
Wait, you have a new relationship?
Yeah, but because
you still married?
You gotta move on. He moved on first. No, what the list is important. I love the list, but you have to put the list out there because you cannot have her walk in a room and not be in the know. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm saying.
I agree with that, and I think with a guy too. Like, tell me, don't have me walking in a room and there's some chick in there that you smashed and I don't know.
But Kim, you said you didn't give up all your names.
This is the balance of it.
I didn't, but that's because we didn't establish that.
But that's what I'm saying.
This is the list.
I'm sure that women is a little different because
some people don't count.
Yeah, for y'all, that's what I'm saying. Women is very, first of all, strategic and all that, and it's gonna be a secret and it's weird, whatever.
Weird.
With dudes, it's just like dogs. Like a dog gonna doo-doo right in the middle of the floor. A cat finna go behind somewhere, put something over it, cover it up. Like, it's just natural, G. Like, a dude is cool with saying it to your face, but the moment he see it hurt you, he might that'll make him pull back. Because I said this, and now you look so hurt, and now you acting weird, so maybe I shouldn't tell you in the future. That's what a dude thinking.
That's
but I'm telling you, when it become an open dialogue early, like she said, as long as it's done early, and the dude has to do a good job of telling her, all right then, but if it's too much, you got to let me know. I don't want to be playing off of your looks and shit. I don't want you sad. So if it's going to mess up the rest of the day, I ain't going to say it.
But somebody like that chick, Sophie, like, you would never think that would come up.
I wouldn't have mentioned her.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like...
She wouldn't have been on that list because you're not thinking like y'all going to be in a room together.
Listen, nowadays...
It's a conversation that... I'm an athlete, right?
Oh, Lord.
No, for real. This is what it is.
And you know what comes with that.
It's not even that. No. I wasn't saying it like that. I mean, we're more accessible. We're more...
Are you?
Yeah, are we not?
I don't know.
Why do you say accessible?
You have more options is what you mean. You have more options.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
I mean this. We play ball in New York, right? We going out tonight. We hit the promoters. What's the hot club tonight? Cool. This the one everybody gonna be at. All the girls is going to this one, right?
Well, y'all going looking for the girls.
It's 4 of us, and we all get our own table. Who you think gonna get the most attention there? You see what I'm saying?
The promoter?
No. You know what I'm saying? The promoter be trying to sit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Keeping it a bean. I'm just saying, like, they can get to us. If you look good enough, you could get to us.
What's up, it's Angela Yee, and you are watching Breakfast Club Extra. It's time for some Ask Yee, because I do answer all of your emails when I get to them. All right, Miss Yee, I've been talking to this guy for a while now, but his communication skills are horrible. So what does that mean? Is he not interested or just a bad texter? Well, I think it's really important when you talk to somebody to actually pick up the phone and talk to them, because texting isn't necessarily talking. Yes, I know as a woman we love to text and send cute emojis and get checked up on during the day, but if that's not your boyfriend and somebody you're just talking to, you can't put those expectations on him. Also, some people really just don't like to text that much, and I am definitely one of those people. So make sure that y'all actually have some FaceTime, because that's more important. And make sure you guys talk on the phone. And if that means when you text him, you have a reason to text him, or maybe you're texting him without expecting a response like, hey, just hoping that you have a great day, I thought about you, then maybe he'll reciprocate that, because sometimes we have to do things to people that we want them to do back to us. So my advice to you is send those text messages saying, hey, let me know when you're available, love to catch up. Give him a call sometimes, ask him to call you when he has a chance, and send him some nice messages throughout the day, because that's what you want to get in return. But don't be mad if it doesn't happen. If you're really thinking about him and you want to send something nice, text him. If he seems completely then uninterested, then just leave it alone, because you're going to look desperate.
I listen to a little bit of country. I'm appalled. All they're doing is their boyfriend cheats on them or something like that. They light the car on fire. They put the Dixie Chicks on their moral high ground with Trump and all this kind of murdering people. They poison their boyfriend in the song. They're always doing light the car on fire, kill whatever the guys like. The guys like mobiles, and they like, I don't know, their porch or their beer. And that's all they're doing.
Absolutely.
Very violent. Now, I don't care if you do that. It's your art. Do whatever you want with the music.
Yeah.
It's totally fine with me. Do it in hip-hop, do it in whatever. But like you said, it's a very slippery slope.
Very slippery slope. Do I agree with Kanye? Absolutely. Do I think he's misinformed? Abso-goddamn-lutely.
But does that album slap?
Is that album fire? Is Pusha album fire? And it's a lot of I hear that was saying they wasn't going to listen to no good music projects, but they damn sure talking about how good Pusha T album is.
That's a great point.
I don't understand. Like, we got to stop this. Or hold people accountable. Let's hold everybody accountable all the time. Don't let say because it sounds good. I'm not that type of motherfucker. You gotta agree with me or not. One thing I appreciate about me, I ain't
One thing I appreciate.
That's right. Okay. I ain't. And you know what? I ain't never tried to be anything but me. I'm not trying to I ain't trying to impress nobody. I'm not trying to be on no moral high ground. Sometimes you're going to agree with me. Sometimes you're not going to agree with me. Sometimes I'm going to do some things that, you may find wrong. Sometimes I'm going to do some things that you're going to find right. But guess who's always going to be happy at the end of the day?
You.
Me.
That's what, dude, all my charity and all the things I do to give back, I'm doing in private. Because the second you put yourself out there to be this, like, holier-than-thou person, the mother start reaching for you. They start nipping at your heels. The second you are truly good and you go, hey, I'm a good guy, they start looking in your past.
Oh, brother, the hypocrisy is
I see them coming after you.
Unbelievable. They can't come after me. They know I ain't
but they try. But as long as you say I ain't
I've never tried to be anything but me.
Yeah. I'm a piece of I just started being faithful.
I'm not to no particular party. I don't claim no religion.
Nothing.
I ain't up here trying to act holier than now. I ain't out here making no stands. You know what I mean? Now listen, I'm not mad at you if you don't want to listen to Kanye, because I don't listen to R. Kelly. So so everybody has a line. Everybody has a line where they
draw a line. You don't listen to R. Kelly?
I can't listen to the sexual. I really can't.
What if it? All right, I might not turn the song on myself.
No, I've actually, like, a perfect example.
You skip the tracks?
We was in Anguilla, and Paige had her playlist playing, and R. Kelly came on. I'm like, turn to the next song. I can't listen to that. I can't listen to that. I haven't seen what I seen on that goddamn tape. Not the sexual. I like I'm Missing You remix. You know, that's the song about his dead homies. And I like, Did You Ever Think That You Would Be This Rich?
Oh, because the sexual about
Hey, you know what inspired that. I can't do it. So listen, all I'm saying is everybody draws the line somewhere. So if MAGA hats and Ye saying he loved Trump is where you draw the line, cool, dude, that's on you. But I just don't come at me on some moral high ground like everybody else is and everybody else don't have no goddamn integrity because they went to home and listened to an album, because those had a job to do.
Sure,
they had a job to do. They're journalists. They work for magazines.
Or you're allowed to be curious.
Are you allowed to be curious? But I'm saying they had a job to do.
Sure.
Period.
Sure.
Period. Just like I said, April Ryan and them up. Go listen to Sarah Huckabee Sanders. They got to go listen to Trump's State of the Union. Yep. Like, you got to do it. That's their job. They're journalists. They're reporters. That's what they have to go do.
I was thinking this. Why doesn't like every black dude just carry around a MAGA hat in case they get pulled over?
You heard Kanye say that on Pusha T's album.
What did he say? I didn't listen to Pusha T's album.
Yes. Kanye said, if I wear MAGA hats, will it help me slide through police like a drive-through or some shit? That's because if it did, let me tell you something. If MAGA hats made it all so simple.
Yeah.
If MAGA hats were
good day off,
the end all be all, the mother not getting gunned down by police officers. Put the goddamn MAGA hat on. Okay.
I'm telling you, bro, it might make it a little easier.
No way, Jose.
You get pulled over. If Wax gets pulled over without a MAGA hat and with one, how do you think it goes?
If I'm a racist white cop and I see you with a MAGA hat on and you're a black man, I'm pulling you over to see what the doing. How dare you?
Yeah.
What's that you claim, fool? All right.
Let me hear some Trump policies.
Let me hear some goddamn Trump policies.
And then you go to him. Let me hear some Trump policies.
Then you look at him and say,
that's a good point.
Build the wall.
Yeah,
okay.
All right, he's okay. Slow down a little bit. Unless you see some Mexicans.